So, on June 3rd, 2026, I was hacked. I'm making this video because I just want to get it out there because maybe this information will help someone else, and I just want to have documentation, a record of what happened so I can remember it later in case something like this happens again. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone out because this is a hack that I've never seen before, never heard of. So it started on June 1st, so 4 days ago. I got an email from someone. I get emails from random people all the time. Usually they're like AI advertisements or whatever. I just ignore them. I don't pay any attention. But this one was from someone who claimed that I had used their copyrighted music in a video. So I was immediately concerned because I thought usually with the music that I use in the back of my videos, I'm pretty careful about it, but in my recent video, I did just use a lot of new songs that I've never used before from a bunch of different places. So immediately I was a bit suspicious, but I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense since I just used a bunch of new music. So I responded, I was like, hello, please clarify which music, because they didn't specify or anything. I really should have seen this as suspicious from the get-go because in the email they sent me, they were vaguely threatening as well. They were like, I have already spoken with some media coordinators about what I should do. And it's like, okay, just calm down. I'm willing to work here. If this is legit, I'm willing to work to figure it out if I actually genuinely made a mistake. So I sent an email back. I was like, can you please clarify which songs? Also, I didn't know, I was suspicious that it might be a hack, but they didn't send me a link in the message. So I was like, okay, they didn't send me a link to click on or anything. So this seems like it could be legit. June 2nd goes by, no response, didn't hear back from them. June 3rd at about noon, I heard back from them and they were like, they sent another email to me. And this one did have a link, and it said that they did have to file the copyright or whatever, but they were willing to work with me or whatever to figure it out, and that they only wanted the part with the song to be muted. So I was like, okay, you still didn't clarify which song. I was so suspicious, but I still fell for it because they didn't clarify which song. They just said they used a song. So I was suspicious, but I was willing to look into it. The link they sent me, I did not click the link. What I instead did, so because the link had two parts to it, it's the blah 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 whatever.com and then the stuff after that. So I thought, if this is a scam and I click the link, then I'm fucked. So I'm not going to click the link. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stuff, the blah 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 blah.com, I'm going to just write that and paste it into a Google search or whatever and see if it's legit. So I did that. I didn't click the link. I pasted it, and it did seem it did seem legit. So I went on the site that they had linked. I didn't click the link, but I went on the site and it asked me to put in my YouTube. This is where I'm so stupid. I should not have done this, but I put in it asked me to put in my YouTube channel, just the name of my YouTube channel. So I put it in. It popped up, I clicked it, and it showed my YouTube channel, and under the site, I need to say, this was a seriously legit looking site. I was genuinely surprised. So I saw on that site, it said my YouTube channel, and it said 2 copyright strikes. And I was like, what? And this is where I started panicking a little bit. In my defense though, it said the first copyright strike was the day after my last video. I uploaded my last video. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, obviously I screwed up with my last video. I used a bunch of new songs, and one of them I must not have checked right or something, because it was right after. It was May 24th. It said May 24th, copyright strike number 1. It said a second copyright strike. It said June 2nd. So that was the day before, because this happened on June 3rd. So it was the day before. It was in between. It was the day that the guy did not email me or whatever. So I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? This is where it was the stupidest thing I did. It didn't show any more details than that. All it said was 2 copyright strikes and the dates of the copyright strikes. And it was like, please log in before showing the details. So Like an idiot, I logged in. I was on the site. I clicked the login and I input my YouTube and I input my password for my email like an idiot. And then immediately after that happened, for 10 seconds, I panicked so hard because immediately after that happened, it said appeal submitted. And I was like, what? I did not submit an appeal. I just want to log in to see the details. And it said appeal submitted. So for 10 seconds, I was like, oh my God, I just submitted an appeal. I did not mean to do that. I just want to see the details so I can remove the damn song. And then after that, I didn't see any information after that. It still had everything locked up. But then I checked my email, my other email, because I have my YouTube email and my secondary email, and my secondary email is where like I get all the emails from like whoever, and this is the email that I got from him. And in that secondary email, I see 10 security emails, all within the span of 1 minute, that said everything was changed. My password was changed. I was logged out of everything. My Google authentication was changed. Two-step verification was changed. Backup codes changed. All of my passkeys were deleted and removed. Everything was gone. And this is where I was like, oh fuck, I just got hacked. This is where I started panicking. Well, I was already panicking, but I was like, oh shit, I just got hacked. So the first thing I did, I've tried to log in back to my YouTube email and it wouldn't let me. My password was shot. I tried to use the Google authentication. It was changed. I tried to use my phone. It was changed. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what to do now. So my first instinct was, I'm in a Discord server with a bunch of friends. Maybe one of them will know what to do. So I went into that Discord server. I panicked and I pinged the entire Discord server. It's a friend server that I'm in. And I was like, please help me, guys. I just got hacked and I can't concentrate. So, because my thing was, I was so stressed out and panicking so much that I could not like think to read like what I have to do. I need someone else to tell me what to do in case this happens, because like Google has like a bunch of information on that or whatever. So I got someone else to tell me what to do, and it just went through the exact same steps that I had already done. Go through the password and Google authentication and the phone number and recovery email, and all of them were already reset, so I was screwed. And for half an hour I was talking to that server and people who were trying to help me and whatnot, and we were like, okay, we don't know what to do. And then one of them said that apparently the best suggestion that they had was to @Team YouTube on Twitter. But here's the thing, I don't have a Twitter account, so that was not an option. So I was like, okay, shit, I need to do something else. So then I went to another Discord server, another private server with people. This one I didn't go to the first place because this is a server with a bunch of YouTube people that I'm vaguely familiar with. I didn't want to ping them right at the start because I don't really know many people in that server, but I was like, okay, these are other YouTubers in the server. They maybe can point me to the right direction, blah, 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 and we can hopefully figure something out. So I pinged in that server. Thank God there was someone in that server who replied super quickly, and they actually worked at Google. So they could specifically tell me exactly what I needed to do, and they would be able to escalate it because they worked at Google and they were at work right then, so they could help me out. So that was the luckiest thing. That's the luckiest thing in my life. So I went through that. They gave me another Google thing to recover my account, but this time it was a different one. It was for like a hacked account, and I went through it on my personal email. Through that, we worked through another hour or whatever, and they had to ask me some questions like, how did this happen, and like, how long have you had this email and YouTube channel for and whatnot. But then through that, it was able to be escalated super quickly, and after about 2.5 hours from the time I got hacked, they reset my password. They deleted all of the new Google authentication and all the new shit that they had set up, because the original thing just completely wiped all of mine and set up a bunch of new ones. So they wiped all the new ones that were set up from the hacker, and they allowed me to set a new password, and I got it, and I got in, and I was able to thankfully reset everything. And I got all my Google authentication back up, 2-factor authentication. I put my recovery email back, and I switched my password to something else so that they wouldn't know, obviously. So yeah, so thankfully I got that back in 2.5 hours, which was really shocking to me because okay, I'm stupid here, but I'm not that stupid because I've seen other YouTubers get hacked and I've seen them talk about it and be like the whole recovery process and taking it and having it take like multiple days and having like just like horrible things. So I am very, very lucky that I was able to, it was only 2.5 hours for me from getting hacked to getting it back. So yeah, that is basically what happened. I still don't know what the hack was supposed to do because they didn't actually, from what I saw in that 2.5 hours that I didn't have the account and they definitely had the account, they didn't do anything that I could see. Like I was repeatedly checking my YouTube channel to see if they would like delete anything or if they would add anything or change anything, but nothing happened in that time, nothing at all. And this email is not connected to anything else, so I only have my YouTube set up on that email, so there wasn't a risk of anything else, like my bank account or something being hacked into too, thank God. I honestly have no idea what their purpose was or what their end goal was, but like, oh my, the site was so convincing. Just in my panic, because I've never gotten a copyright strike before, in my panic of thinking, oh my God, I got a copyright strike and my channel is at risk of termination. I just didn't think things through and I just, so stupid. So yeah, that is basically what happened. I'm so thankful to have been able to get my account back so quickly and so not painlessly because I was stressing for those 2.5 hours, but everything worked out in the end and nothing happened. Since then, I've been so worried that like somehow the hacker still has access somehow, that I've been constantly checking my YouTube and shit to see maybe they left something. Because if I knew what they wanted it for, if they had like done something with it, I could be like, okay, I'll just get rid of this. But I don't see anything they did. So I keep freaking out that what if they changed something? What if they did something and I just never saw it? And that's why there was nothing that actually happened. It's been a day now and nothing has changed. So yeah, cautionary tale to anyone else who might be a YouTuber or get a lot of emails from random places. Be careful and don't fall for that hack. And what I've learned now is that if it is a real genuine copyright strike, it will show up in the YouTube studio. I should have known that. But I didn't, and I just stressed did it. So yeah, to the hackers, if you are watching this, which I can't imagine you are, I just have to say, why? I genuinely don't understand, because like the site was so convincing. So clearly whoever did this clearly has like web design experience. Like you have like actual skills to do something that's really good. It looks so legit. It looks so professional. I genuinely thought it was Google. So why are you wasting that talent and skill you clearly have on something pointless? I don't understand what you get out of this. You didn't even do anything. You just acquired it and just did nothing with it. I don't understand. Yeah, so that's basically all. Everything is back. Nothing bad happened. Everything is fine and nothing happened. So I'm so thankful for that. I'm so unbelievably thankful to that one person who worked at Google who was able to help me out and get it back so quickly. Thank you so much to that person. I don't know if they want to be revealed, so I'm not going to reveal them unless they like comment or something. But yeah, that's all. I'm probably forgetting to talk about certain things, so if I do, and I remember when I'm editing, I'm just going to leave a pinned comment for whatever extra information. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this weird video. I've never done a commentary video like this without a script or anything. Maybe I will do more. Yeah, but that's all. And stay tuned for my next video, mid-June. Okay, bye.